I'm Matthew Gricci. I'm the studio manager of our location here in Beverly Hills. Blessed to have spent some time at the company, both at our headquarters as well as here out in the field and helping launch our customer-facing operation. Well, this is Lucid Beverly Hills studio space. For us, it's incredibly important to not just introduce a vehicle to the public, but introduce our brand. For many of our guests, they may have never interfaced with us before, and so it's critically important to not only introduce Lucid Air as a vehicle and product, but also to show our Lucid brand. We're proud of being from California, and through this space here, we try and showcase the aesthetic and design of the car that pulls inspiration from many, many locales here in California. Starting with Lucid Air behind us, we showcase the car itself in this beautiful pavilion, where guests can get an understanding of the size, scale, and design of the car. Just behind us, that's where we can really start to dial in the customization of the vehicle. So from here, and as we step up onto our podium, guests can see the 5 different offerings of interior, again, each inspired by different locations in California. Things like Mojave Desert, the mountains and lakes of Tahoe, the beautiful beaches of both Santa Cruz and Santa Monica. All of these different interiors are offered on our car, and it's crucially important for us to be able to show the breadth and scale of that palette. All of these are incredibly natural, and as we will see on the car here shortly, lend to that sense of space, right? We talk about space and time here at Lucid, and the color choices we have made lend specifically to that experience inside of the cabin. When we talk about introducing Lucid as a brand, it's not just about introducing the car. For us, one thing that we're incredibly proud of is our in-house technology. Things that we engineer, design, and manufacture in-house are crucial to our car differentiating itself from the rest of the market. In all of our retail locations, we want our clients to be able to experience firsthand our groundbreaking, industry-leading technology. Things like the drive unit. 165 pounds, you have about 670 horsepower of forward thrust out of one individual motor. This is something that can fit inside of a suitcase. These motors here are integral to us having the concept of space inside of the cabin. We get such a larger area for our passengers because the technology that drives the car is incredibly compact and efficient. Just behind us, also important to showcase the batteries. For us, our legacy of building powertrains started in 2007. We've done remarkable in bringing a powertrain and battery unit to Formula E. Here, we've really been able to pull the data and experience in an incredibly high stress environment. From there, we were able to take our learnings, the things we found both from empirical and visible data, and applied it to the street car's battery as well. It's a modular system where you can see each of these would be arranged in a terraced array that creates the floor of the car and acts as a structural member. These batteries are not only ruthlessly efficient, but we gear them to look towards what they can potentially be used at the end of their life cycle. Lastly, here we have our multi-purpose box, a multi-core boost charger, or what we call internally the Wunderbox. This is a marvel of engineering that not only enables the fastest charge time on the market for an electric vehicle, but also allows us to utilize the stored energy of the car and send it outside of the vehicle to be used for other purposes. So whether you're using that as an energy storage array for the home, or doing something like buddy charging another electric vehicle, this box here is a crucial part of Lucid Air, having incredible flexibility, not only in accepting electricity, but also sending that back out of the vehicle for a number of purposes. This here is a piece of equipment that's included in every single Lucid Air and a crucial part of the framework that we've built. A ground up, holistically engineered and designed car that is a uncompromising vehicle, never mind electric vehicle. Lastly, here you see a great demonstration of how we have again applied our power technology into the Formula E series. So with a stacked battery arrangement rather than flat to the floor that you see in our street car, this is how we have powered every single car in the Formula E Championship for the last number of seasons. But behind us, the real grace of the building, under this beautiful location, we have Lucid Air. To my left and your right, you see one of our engineering prototype cars, something we're incredibly proud of. These are the vehicles in which we've logged thousands upon thousands of miles in road testing that allowed us to validate the prowess of the car and make tweaks as necessary. We're incredibly proud to show something like this off in our spaces, as it gives our guests a great understanding as to how we as a company made our journey to build the car that's behind us. This Lucid Air here is a Dream Edition range variant. So this car is optimized for maximum range. In the configuration you see behind us, this car can achieve over 520 miles of independently validated range on a single charge. As a consequence of our incredible technology that powers this vehicle, it's able to do so while still producing 933 horsepower. This is not something that we achieve by just stuffing a large battery inside of the car. It's an orchestra of efficiency. So for us, when we think of the efficiency of drive units, the efficiency of batteries themselves, even things like aerodynamics inside of the car, everything you see on this vehicle is functional. From vents here that are passive ventilation that not only aid in aerodynamics but help cool our industry-leading LED array headlights, all of the details you see on this car are crucial to it achieving the long distance range that it does. You note an incredibly windswept body, passive aerodynamics all through the front bumper, and that continues down the side of the car. Even underneath, the pack that contains the batteries is curved to meet up with the aero tray that terminates at the rear of the car. Every single detail in this car was considered to, again, achieve such a large range with a battery that does not dwarf those of the competition. But gonna unlock the car here, just with the touch of a key. You also get a traditional key fob, but the car can also be accessed using the Lucid mobile app. So as folks expect here, there's a number of ways to interface with and control the car. Now that the car is awake, just take you a brief walk around where you can see the beautiful lighting. So we have the LED character light with the illuminated Lucid logo on the front of the car. When we come around to the back, that's where we really get to see some of that practical engineering applied. So trunk of Lucid Air, again, lends to our space concept. We have a vehicle here that the interior space is not necessarily something you would imagine when comparing to the exterior footprint. One of the ways we achieve that is with this clamshell trunk. We took inspiration from cargo aircraft with their large front and rear openings that allow for a very, very usable space while maintaining the same exterior shape and design. Highlighted by this beautiful one-piece taillight. That's really one of the signatures of the car here, where that tail lamp continues with some depth into the car. So here we have a very wide aperture opening. This allows for loading of the car of large objects or from the side of the vehicle. With the 60-40 split fold-in seat here, this car can actually accomplish quite a bit of cargo movement that would be unexpected for a vehicle of its exterior footprint. Additionally, again, when we talk about the advantages of electrification, there is nothing underneath the rear floor. No exhaust system, nothing like that that you would expect in an internal combustion car, which gives us even more flexibility in the cargo carrying capabilities of this vehicle.